Yo! Yo! What is good? Sixer Nation, NBA Nation, welcome on in to another edition of Philly Take with RB NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. As we are back for Game 5 of the Warriors and Timberwolves. Golden State looking to stay alive somehow and extend the series one more game to try to get Steph Curry back. The Warriors' life is on the line tonight, and we're going to get into that, and we're going to talk about that. But speaking of life on the line, the Celtics and Knicks game is wrapping up here in the next 5 minutes. And the Celtics' life was on the line, and they were obviously playing without Jason Tatum, who unfortunately ruptured his Achilles a couple nights ago. And the Boston Celtics found a way to crush the New York Knicks, absolutely blew them out of the water here in Game 5. So when I look at that series, and I'm watching how it's playing out right now, and I'm thinking about the Golden State Warriors, I'm like, yeah, it is possible. It is possible. But can they actually pull it off? Well, different matchup, different teams, different players. So we will talk about all of it right here on the Playoff Game Day Live Show. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. I'm RB. Do me a favor, like the stream. Hit that like button on the stream right now. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been dropping so much content. We have been going live for as many games as we can. We're going to continue to do playoff live streams. And of course, we just started all of our Sixers draft content and coverage as well. Over here on the channel, we did the draft lottery stream. And we've been dropping some videos already. We have a lot to talk about over the next 6 weeks as we see who the 76ers will draft in June. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling, man? How are we feeling? Another late one here on the East Coast. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my moderators. Hope you are all doing well. It's been a week, man. It's been a week, but we're here. We are here. Hope everybody is well. Last thing I want to say is make sure you follow us on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We are dropping tons of content everywhere, so be sure to check us out, support our platform, and just continue to help us grow. Thank you guys for being here in the chat tonight with me. Who do we have in the building, man? Who is staying up late with us tonight? Busy B in the house, right on time. What's up, Busy B? We got Banj in the house, another channel member. John Jones, what's going on, man? We got JB in the house, is 111-99. Warriors get a W. That would look kind of like the Celtics right now tonight. Banches can't be in the stream, but I'm delivering that like. Thank you for stopping by, man. What's up? Busy says, where are the Knicks fans at? That's right. Where are they at, man? All the Knicks fans want to come in here and flood the chat when they win. Where are they at? Where are they at, though? Knicks are about to lose. They got beat pretty bad by Boston. Big win. Way to rally around Jason Tatum for the Celtics. Busy says, hit that like button. JB says, yes, sir. John says, when's the draft? At the end of June. We will talk about all of it for the next several weeks, break down a ton of draft prospects, do comparisons. We have so much content to break down. I can't wait to get into all of it, man. We've already started, so that's why I said be sure to follow me on all platforms. We've been dropping a ton of content. Obviously, this is not the normal teams that we stream and talk about, so I need y'all to hit that thumbs up. Help us get out to more viewers on YouTube. What do you guys think about this game? What do you think about Golden State and Minnesota? Can Golden State find a way to stay alive tonight? Can they find a way to win? Curry could come back in Game 6 according to the reports. It's not a given, but it is a possibility. What do you guys think? Can the Warriors win this game somehow tonight on the road in Minnesota? I still feel like that Game 3 was their best shot. Like they had a really good chance to win that. And I feel like it's going to be tough. feel like it's going to be tough tonight. Even last game when Minnesota was struggling, you know, they still found a way to come through and get it done. So what do you guys think? I'll give you my score prediction here in just a minute. I wonder if the game's going to start on a different channel. We'll see. Let's see. We got Tycoon in the chat says Timberwolves Warriors won't start for another hour. Busy says love this shirt. Let's go. Let's go. We are unbothered out here. We are living better. Sixers got the 3rd overall pick. I've been in a good mood ever since, even though I've been fighting off a bunch of people online who are like mad for some reason. Tika says, since following the NBA, learning about all the player height shenanigans, shoes on, shoes off, I now identify as 6 feet tall. It is an interesting thing. You know, they usually give a guy like 2 to 3 inches. And the measurements are not accurate. Like, they're usually listed taller. I remember bringing that up earlier this season on a Sixers live stream. Somebody was trying to argue with me about that. And I told him, like, nah, you know, the measurements are not accurate. Boston is crushing New York. Busy said, Minnie packs them up tonight. A reporter said Jimmy was sick last game. That would explain why he looked washed. Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, Jimmy Butler had one of his worst games ever that I saw a couple nights ago. And it's not because of stat-wise. He just literally did not look invested at all. But if he was sick, that probably explains it. He's not feeling good. And I don't know. What's up with Draymond? They're like keeping him in check. And then you have Steph Curry, who's hurt. And honestly, I'm getting tired of injuries in these playoffs. Like, playoffs were going really good. Every game was fantastic. And then injuries started to pile up. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, can we just have a good playoff run here? Pacers packed up the Cavaliers last night. That was a great game. Pacers look really tough right now. I thought the Knicks would win this game tonight without Jason Tatum, but looks like Boston's going to have another chance. And I'll tell you, if they go back to Madison Square Garden and they beat the New York Knicks and they come back here for Game 7, I mean, you never know. You never know. Things could get crazy here in this series. Things could get crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling? What's up, everybody in the chat? Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Guys, we are so close to 43,000 subscribers. We need 6 more. Who's going to get us there tonight? Who's it going to be? Nick's brought in the cleanup crew right now. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it got. How's everybody feeling today, man? How's everybody doing? Give some shout outs to some people in the chat. Welcome on in. A lot of buzz these last couple days, guys. I've started a deep dive of NBA draft stuff. And I mean, I'd already started, but now that it's official with the 3rd pick, I've been diving in deep to a lot of draft stuff, and I'm excited to share it all with you over these next 6 weeks. So again, guys, especially if you're Sixers fans, but of course, if you're just NBA fans and you want to learn more, you know, make sure you hit those notification bells, man. Hit those notification bells so you don't miss any of the videos. We're going to be dropping a ton of content. Video dropping tomorrow. We dropped one yesterday. Be sure to check that out. We got another one dropping tomorrow. A lot of stuff to talk about. Banch says, my goal is to get back in here. I'm getting ready for finals. Shout out to Banj, man. Good luck. Manuel tapping in from Bolivia. What's up, Manuel? Thank you for being here, man. Hope all is well. We're in here on the late night. How do you guys feel about these playoffs right now? Do you think they're still fun? Do you think they're still good? Thunder and Nuggets tomorrow night, Game 6. I know I said we were going to stream Game 5 of that. I just needed a night off yesterday. It's been a crazy grind these last couple days, so hopefully you all understand that. Kind of working on some low energy here. Got some personal things going on as well. But hopefully you guys understand. And I will be streaming Game 6 tomorrow night, guys. So Game 6 tomorrow night, Thunder versus Nuggets. Be sure to be here. We will live stream that. But yeah, man, these late starts are catching up to me, for sure. You guys think the Celtics can actually beat the Knicks? You think they can come back and beat them? What do you guys think? Derek White with 34 today. Jaylen Brown with 26. 60 points for those two. 17 for Pritchard. Brian Pumper in the chat says ace. Brian says Ace Bailey. Brian's been on the Ace Bailey train. You know I've been on the Ace Bailey train since February when I said the race for Ace. Telling you, man. And look, I'm not saying I'm settled on Ace Bailey yet, so I don't want people to misconstrue my comments and take them out of context, but Sixer Nation, I will do the justice for you that not many are doing right now. You know, everybody is apparently a GM on Twitter, and they've already decided who's going to be a bust and who's going to be a success and all this stuff. I'm going to do a much deeper dive and analysis rather than just trying to be the first one to give my thoughts out there. And I'm going to break it down every way that I can and let you know who I think the pick should be before the NBA draft. But no matter who they draft, the Sixers are in a very good spot. Don't let the fan base on Twitter try to tell you that they're not in a good spot. Like, this is the best case scenario. They're about to draft a win now player that can also be a part of the future. And I've just gotten tired of reading all the negativity the last couple days about how this is a bad thing. So, yeah, man, I'm going to break it down every way that I can. We'll talk about a couple key prospects that could be in the running for number 3, and we'll talk about it. Tika says, my Rottweiler pulled a hammy 2 days ago. She's ruled out of guard duty. There you go, Tika. There you go, Tika. With the Sixers medical staff, your Rottweiler would be out 2 months. Busy says if there's a team to do it, it would be the Celtics. I agree. I don't think it's over just yet now. I don't think it's over just yet. Min says, what up? I'm not a fan of either team. I give respect to Boston. Don't let New York end them out in Boston. That's true. And where's all the Knicks fans at? You know? Such fair weather fans. They come in here when they win, and when they lose, they're nowhere to be found. That's why I don't even read their comments anymore. I don't even respond to their comments. Busy B says Sixers Twitter is unserious right now. Busy, it has been so exhausting. I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, I'll repost a video of a prospect and then they just flood the comments about why this isn't the right pick. And like, people are just so, what's the right word? They're just so like antsy. They're so impatient. Like, just calm down and relax. Calm down and relax. We have a month and a half to decide who the pick should be. Sixers could have had no pick at all, and people are complaining. Like, what are we complaining about? Like, I understand. We've done a lot of complaining this year. We've done a lot of complaining, as we should, but like, this is a chance to turn the corner and turn the page. And by the way, the Sixers fired a couple trainers today. They fired their PR guy. They fired a lot of people, so maybe they're trying to actually revamp things for once. Maybe Daryl Morey's been watching my videos where I said that the Sixers need to get rid of the medical staff and like restart and actually do something now. Tyrese Maxey liked one of my tweets today about Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. So I know Tyrese Maxey's checking in. Daryl Morey probably is too. I know Morey reads the stuff online. So all I'm trying to say, guys, is that over the next couple weeks, I'm very excited to dive into more of these prospects. I'm going to have a ton of videos out, and then, you know, we'll have a mock draft or big board each week. So that's why I said be sure to follow us on all platforms. We're going to put out a big board every single week. We're going to do some interesting content. Tika says because of the medical staff, she'd get thoracic outlet syndrome. Apparently, literally. Brian says new report said Spurs are 99% on drafting Harper. Yeah, I saw that too. But again, you can't really believe anything right now, Brian. can't believe anything until the draft comes. There's just so much stuff, so much nonsense that's put out before the draft, you know, just a bunch of drama to try to mix things up. But we'll see. Should get interesting for sure. Cactus says, get Derek Queen. Teddy says, draft RB. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm here. I'll go undrafted. Give me a 10-day contract. Bruce says, I'm not complaining. Busy says, we went from our pick, could go to the Thunder to the top 3, trust the process. That's what I'm saying. Like, a top 3 pick is a chance to draft a generational talent. I'm happy. I'm super happy. I'm thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Tika says, anybody see a U-Haul at Elton Brand's home? Well, Elton Brand's still here, and they just promoted Jameer Nelson to assistant GM, which I thought was interesting. So we'll see. Sixers medical staff would put a knee brace on a injured elbow. Let's go. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. They would. And the Sixers medical staff now has a couple new members, or they will. They just got rid of some people today, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Brian Pupper, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, you know what I noticed, RB? The Ace detractors were the same dudes saying fight for a play-in when we were 5-24. I was Team Tank the whole time. Brian, thank you for the super chat, man. Here are the starting lineups for the Warriors. Brandon Pajemski, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Trace Jackson Davis. And for the Timberwolves, it'll be Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. Warriors down 3-1, trying to fight for their life to get Steph Curry back. We'll see if they can do it. But yeah, Brian, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to realize that when you go on Twitter and you look at Sixers fans, like some of them are they're either 10 years old, or some of them just like support one player only. Like they don't really understand what they're saying, you know? Like a lot of them they'll even like tag me in trades that are like 2K trades and not even real. Here's Buddy Hield for 3. First shot off the market, short. T-Wolves rocking their navy blue jerseys. Warriors rocking the white jerseys. Timberwolves fans on their feet, trying to go back to a second consecutive conference finals. And Rudy Gobert puts in the first bucket of the game. By the way, I want to let you guys drop your comments right now, your score predictions. What's your score prediction? My prediction is that Minnesota gets the best of them again. I just haven't seen enough for the Warriors to be able to win another game without Steph Curry. So I think the Wolves win it tonight. I'm going to say they win it 108-98. 10-point victory they pull off at the end. Pajemski hit a 3 down the other end. Warriors on the board. Here's Golden State leading, and McDaniels for 3. That one is too far. Too much on it. Here's Buddy Hield in the corner. Lost the ball. It's turned over. Going back to Minnesota. Buddy Hield has had a very up and down series here. Brian says they were process babies. Exactly. And they don't remember the days of losing and what it felt like. I mean, the fact that people are mad about a third pick is insane to me. But like I said, I got to look past it because it wastes my time. Randle for 3, and he's going to knock one down. His first shot of the night. Julius Randle has been on an absolute heater in this series. Jackson Davis up top, going to find Pajemski. It's been the Warriors role players who have gone quiet, and a block by Edwards. Nice hand on it. Here's Randle down the floor, gets plucked. Draymond diving, and the Warriors take it back. I can't get fooled tonight because the Warriors have they've really done this every game. They keep it close for 2 to 3 quarters, and then they collapse. Pajemski using his body to find separation. Missed the layup, and then it was tapped in by Davis. So it is 5-5 here, 2 minutes into the game. Mike Conley at the top. He dribbles, and we got a foul off the ball. But yeah, guys, appreciate y'all being here. If we got T-Wolves or Warriors fans in the chat, let me know you're in here. Guys, drop your score predictions in the chat. I see Busy Beast is 105, 101 Wolves. Yeah, I'm going 108-98. I think the Wolves wrap them up tonight. They were almost a 10-point favorite before this game. Edwards going to drive, kick out to the oppo corner. Conley off balance three. He got it to go. What a shot by the 37-year-old vet. Draymond at the top, going to one bounce to Butler. Butler stops on a dime, guarded by McDaniels. He's going to find Hield. Hield, the dribble, the drive, push off, step back. Hield got it. Fact of the matter is for Golden State, they made the Jimmy Butler trade and, it's all good and dandy, but they're role players. And you want to talk about drafting, the guys that the Warriors drafted have just not panned out. It's crazy because Bob Myers drafted very well. And then you think about what they're doing now. I mean, crazy as the Warriors steal it back. Here's Podziemski up the floor. Podziemski, one bouncer to Davis. Jackson Davis hands it off. Here's Buddy Hield, pulls it up from the nail. Can't get it to fall. Jackson Davis, the offensive rebound. Got the best of Gobert. Here's Draymond, wide open three. That's off the bank and no good. Picked up by Minnesota. They lead it by one. Edwards, the spin, the drive. Edwards steps over, kicks it out. Conley, catch and shoot. No good. Gobert was waiting for it and couldn't reel it in. Butler coming around a screen. He pulls it up mid-range. No good. Butler trying to track it down, and he knocks the heck out of Mike Conley onto the floor. I just think Jimmy is either not used to being the Batman anymore, or he's maybe dealing with that glute injury from round one, or he's sick. I don't know. He just doesn't look like the same Jimmy, but I'm not going to count him out just yet. $5 super chat from Estelle says Minnesota 121-108. Estelle, thank you for being here all series long and supporting us. 4 minutes into this game, here's Randall, the cross, the drive. Randall pull up mid-range, got it off the window. Like I said, Julius Randle has been cooking in this series. Really, in these whole playoffs, he's been so much better than what he has been for his career. Warriors lost it out of bounds. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. The drafting. Like, you think about the Warriors, right? Like, they have Steph, they have Draymond, they trade for Jimmy, but what about Moses Moody, right? What about Brandon Podziemski? Even Jonathan Kuminga has started to come alive in this series. He had 30 points a couple games ago, played a really good game last game. Warriors just haven't had enough production out of their draft picks. And if you want me to be completely honest, I don't feel like Steve Kerr has managed a good series. There's been a lot of debates over time on how much coaching matters, how good of a coach is Steve Kerr. I don't think Steve Kerr's done a good job at all in this series. It feels like when the Warriors slip away, they just completely wash away. He hasn't played a damn center into the second half. Quentin Post, in my opinion, even though he, is just a rookie, like he's shown some potential. A big man that can stretch the floor a little bit. And I just don't get why he's not getting any opportunity. The one game you started him for 3 minutes and then he doesn't play the rest of the game. The one game, Steve Kerr went 14 into the bench in the first half, which I don't understand. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying I don't think he's had his best series. TMB, thanks for being here, man. Have a good night. Crowley says, who do you think the Sixers take? I'm not going to give my thoughts on that just yet. I think it's going to be up to probably about 3 or 4 different players, but and this isn't a shot back at you, Crowley, but there's a lot of people who think they're Twitter GMs and they're already declaring who the Sixers are going to take, what their rookie year is going to look like, why they're going to be a bust, this and that. My whole takeaway on this situation is go back to any draft. From the time the lottery is announced till the actual draft, like usually there's guys that move up and down the board, right? There's guys that grade out very well at the combine, which is going on right now. There's guys that have really good pre-draft interviews, private workouts. So once we start to learn more about this info, then we could get a better idea on who the Sixers are going to take. Obviously we know the number 1 pick. That's set in stone. Sometimes the first couple picks are set in stone. Let's go. Everybody's obviously talking about Ace Bailey. I said it from halfway into this past season, right? I was on the game day live stream saying race for Ace, race for Ace. Do I think Ace Bailey is definitely a guy they could take? Sure. But there may be another guy that climbs up here in the last couple weeks leading up to the draft, and the Sixers are like, yeah, that guy's too good to pass up on, right? Or maybe, whatever could happen. They could get a big trade offer. I don't know. So I'm not ready to predict who the Sixers are going to take. There's a couple guys I already like, but I want to go back and watch a lot more stuff before I make a declaration. $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. He says, you're not lying, RB. Saw dudes on X saying draft VJ, draft J-Mac for 6 to take Knuppel. I can't with casuals and Twitter scouts. All right, that's one thing I'm going to address, though. I know I'm completely being redundant here and completely just going against what I just said and being hypocritical. Guys, if the Sixers take Knuppel with the 3rd pick, I mean, that would just be a bad decision. I can say that off the rip. Now, again, I'm not saying Knuppel is not going to be a good pro. I actually think he could be. But the fact that these people already are saying, yeah, Ace Bailey's a bust, we have to draft Knuppel at number 3. First off, the guy's dealing with an ankle injury right now. Knuppel, like where does this climb from Knuppel come from? They say, oh, Ace Bailey didn't make the NCAA tournament. Well, if I remember correctly, Duke choked flat on their face. And who was on that team? Knuppel. I can't listen to the Twitter scouts, man. No, I respect everybody, but unless you've watched every game, which I plan to watch a lot of games of these guys, like not just highlight tapes. I'm talking about actual games. I just don't know how much I can take that into consideration. Jonathan Kuminga in for the first time, going to find Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield going to dribble, drive, spin. Hield floats one up way over the rim. Matter of fact, I had somebody on Twitter today arguing with me that Jared McCain is expendable and that he's just an average player. Like, where do people get these thoughts from? As McDaniels takes it all the way up and in. T-Wolves lead it by 5. Do people forget how good Jared McCain was? Draymond with a clean finish on the other end. Draymond's going to have to get going tonight. Might need to disrupt the flow a little bit, cause some chaos. Guys, have people forgotten how good Jared McCain is? What did he play? 21 games? The guy was on a freaking tear. He would have ran away. He would have ran away with the Rookie of the Year. Speaking of run away, Anthony Edwards is running away with this game already. What a shot by Ant. 15-9, Wolves lead it. Podziemski to Draymond. Draymond to Podziemski. Podziemski going to dribble, drive, kicks it out. Butler, pump fake. Butler got fouled, launched a 3. Might have drew the foul. We'll see. I'm not drafting a dude because of his name. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of names being thrown at me right now. Like I said, I've already done some notes on some of these top prospects. I didn't do a whole lot because I wanted to wait for the draft lottery. I've already got a lot of notes written down on these guys, but I want to go back and watch actual games, because there's a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Like, once again, everybody's playing a stat game, right? Like, oh, this guy's advanced percentage of this or this. Some of that is good to take into account, but numbers can be skewed a lot of the times. Numbers can be skewed a lot of the times, man. Like, you have to really watch a game, like watch the flow of the game. How does a guy impact winning, right? And again, I haven't watched every game of these guys yet. I want to watch a lot more before I make a declaration on who they should draft. Usually the Sixers have been in the back of the first round where you're just drafting a project and hoping you get lucky. But now, you have one of the top picks in the draft, which I keep saying, you have a chance to draft a franchise-changing player, like a superstar. So, not to bore you guys with my rant here, but that's just what's been going through my mind the last couple of days. I know everybody wants to be the first person to be like, oh, I said this guy at the beginning. Well, I'm going to take my time and just really evaluate some of these guys. I watched every March Madness game. I saw how some of them played in the tournament. A lot of people have been saying the Sixers should draft VJ Edgecombe and Trey Johnson and these guys. I mean, you have a lot to take into account, right? One thing I don't agree with is people saying that Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper should be discounted because they played at Rutgers. If you look at the guys that were on their team, like they were terrible. They were terrible. Nasri gonna knock down a free throw. I mean, I went to Rutgers. I'm a Rutgers alum, and I'm not even a Rutgers fan. I'm a Villanova fan, thankfully, because Rutgers is usually a terrible squad. So I can't take that into account, the guys that they were playing with. Podziemski misses the floater, gets it back. Draymond up to Hield. Hield the drive, back to Draymond. Podziemski wide open from the wing. It's money. It's money. Watch high school and college Bailey tape. I mean, I'm going to watch a ton of it. Dudes calling Ace a bust, but are with VJ. I see Zaire Smith. Crowley says, I'll get red hot if the Sixers take Khan at number 3. There's just no way that happens. If they really wanted him, they would trade back. Kuminga drives, full head of steam. He's contested and stripped. Here come the Timberwolves leading by 3. What's up with Hoop Reference hating on Ace Bailey? Like I said, there's a lot of like draft experts who are just ready to hate. And I'm not saying that person specifically, but just in general, like people want to be the first to say that they called it or whatever. Draymond guarded by Naz Reid, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Kuminga. Kuminga one-on-one, gets a switch on the big, drives baseline. Kuminga one bouncer, stolen away. DiVincenzo in, and he's trying to save it. He does. First time in for DiVincenzo here. McDaniel working against Draymond. He steps back, contested, missed it off the back iron. Warriors get the board. Draymond, Kuminga, and slams it down in the open space, 19-16. Also, another thing I'll say, guys, is every draft prospect is going to have flaws. I mean, Cooper Flagg may not have a lot of them, as it seems, but the funniest thing that I've found over the last couple of days with how they're talking about Ace Bailey is like, you're acting like draft prospects don't have flaws. The kid is 18 years old. Like, what are we expecting? What are we expecting? Are we expecting Ace Bailey to be Kevin Durant from day one? Naz Reid posting up Kuminga. Got the big on him. Double big lineup. Switches, hooks it, got it to go. Minnesota seems like a step ahead here in the first quarter. Kuminga, the drive, the left hand goes up and in. DiVincenzo coming around a screen. One bouncer, Gobert floats it up and puts it through. Edwards tried to steal it. He couldn't. Here come the Warriors. Podziemski, GP2 in for the first time, as well as Guy Santos. Steve Kerr going deep into the bench. Here's Kuminga, spot up 3, and it's money. How does Rutgers have 2 of the top 3 NBA talents, but the rest of the team was trash? Here's Naz Reid posting up Kuminga. 3:20 to go in the first. DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker in for the first time. Edwards back to Walker. Now DiVincenzo, one bounce. Nice ball movement. Naz Reid, the dribble, the 3-ball. He missed it. Gobert wrapped down to the floor. It'll be a foul on Santos. But yeah, Rutgers has 2 of the top 3 NBA talents. One of them, I believe, was a hometown kind of thing, and he decided to go there. And the other, I think it had to do with his father. But yeah, 2 of them, I guess, wanted to play together and, went to a smaller school. Simple as that. But anyway, the last thing I'll say on this Sixers thing is, again, just give it some time and be patient. Don't get too deep into one prospect just yet. Like, let it play out. Let the draft process play out and see how they turn out. Wait till you have more information. See how they interview in the pre-draft process, their private workouts, things like that. Here's Podziemski coming around the screen. He's going to drive, kick it back. Kuminga, one bouncer. Santos out to the corner. Butler, Looney, Kuminga. Hot potato out here. 5 on the shot clock. Santos a 3, and that one comes up short. Here's Anthony Edwards going to find DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo thinking 3, now dumps it down to the dunker spot, and Gobert going to dunk it down after a clutch. Timberwolves lead it by 4. It is 25-21. Just noticed my score has not updated, so that's wonderful. And I didn't even have the stats up. Thought it was going to update. Guess not. Guys, if you have not yet hit the like button. If you guys have not yet hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, help us get to that 43K, man. If you want us to keep streaming playoff games, hit that thumbs up so we can push this out to more people. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's get it rocking and rolling in here. $5 super chat. Brian Pumper, he says, or the YouTube mock drafters who spend 4 minutes saying Ace is a raw player and then the Sixers are not a fit and then proceeds to have him selected at number 4. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I don't like to watch. I mean, I just don't watch that much of what other people are saying, especially during this, because like it's just been exhausting already. But at the end of the day, it's all a guessing game. Simple as that. It's a guessing game at the end of the day, and nobody really knows anything, right? This is why there's a draft. This is why, you know, this is why there's risk involved, right? Dude, what the heck is going on here? There we go. There we go. But yeah, so that would be my final takeaway. Like at the end of the day, you know, they're just, at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of mock drafts, a lot of things that come out, but sometimes the draft process does get a bit tiring too, because it's like, all right, you know, we're talking about this guy, we're talking about that guy. Like, who knows what this player is going to do? And like a lot of it goes into the team that you get drafted to, what their developmental programs are like, you know, what your training and conditioning staff is like, what your team, you know, nucleus is like. There's a lot more that goes into it. So sometimes the draft does get a little tiring, but I just think Sixer fans should be happy that they got the 3rd pick. They're going to get another weapon that can come in. Like, imagine if they did not get a draft pick, and imagine if it was just, you know, 4 more months of saying the same thing. Like, all right, hopefully Embiid's good to go and PG's good to go. When you draft a player at 3 overall, they better be ready to play. They need a 3-and-D type of player to me. Yeah, but at number 3, you also have to take best talent available, which Morey already said he's going to do. Number 3, like for me in the top 5 is usually you have to take best player available. Like if Dylan Harper falls to number 3, the Sixers have to take him. Even though it would create a controversy with their guard room, you have to find a way to get him. Like it's just fact of the matter. But we'll see. They could definitely trade back, though. They could trade for another young player. Who knows? Kuminga, dribble, drive from the elbow. That one is airballed by Jonathan Kuminga. 25-21 is our score. Minnesota leads it. Here's Nasri going to find DiVincenzo. Cutting, floats it up behind the head, and Gobert with the finish on the alley-oop. Kuminga, the dribble, the drive against Reed, up strong with the left. Let's go, guys. Get them likes up, man. Thank y'all for being here. Looks like a lot of the Warriors fans have tapped out mentally, though. Here's Alexander Walker up top, guarded by Kuminga. Switches on to Hield. Here's Edwards, the pump fake. Step back. 4 3. It's short. Here come the Warriors. Warriors down by 4. Here's Jimmy Butler. Going to dribble, drive, downhill, steps back. Butler Finds Kuminga, back to Butler. They're making it hard on Butler right now. DiVincenzo smacked it away. They're going to say it went out on Jimmy, and Jimmy's arguing the call. Jimmy can't believe it. Let's see it again. Looks like it went off DiVincenzo last, and they're not even going to challenge it. Wow, missed opportunity. So it is going to stay with the T-Wolves, even though it probably should have been Golden State's ball. Edwards to DiVincenzo, chucks up a three. Got it from deep. Oh my gosh, man. Money ball from DiVincenzo. And now another steal by Minnesota. They are putting the pressure on. Edwards coast to coast. Missed the layup. Blew it in plain sight. Here's Golden State. Buddy Hield. Guy Santos. Santos the drive. The spin. Back to Hield. He chucks up a three. Can't answer. Minnesota getting stronger as the quarter goes on. 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Minnesota leads by 7. Edwards at the top. He's going to cross over. Edwards gets doubled. Edwards tried to find Walker. It was stolen. Full court heave. No good. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. It is 30-23. Minnesota with the lead. And a very strong quarter out of the Timberwolves, who are looking to punch their ticket back to the Western Conference Finals. Warriors are going to have to play a lot better than they did in that first quarter. Minnesota going 4 for 10 from long range. $5 super chat from Riaz. Thank you so much. He says, RB, different question. Would you be opposed to Morey trading back into the first round from pick 35 to get a prospect like Asa Newell from Georgia? Would I be opposed to Morey trading back into the first round? Well, it depends what they're going to give up, you know? The Sixers now are probably not going to have any picks next year. Keep in mind, they don't have their second round pick next year. I forget what trade that was in, but they don't have that. They're most likely not going to have a first round pick next year. So they're not going to have any picks in next year's draft, which is a disaster. Then in 2027, they already don't have their first round pick because they traded that to Brooklyn in the James Harden trade. So that means we're going to 2028, and that's when they have 2 first round picks. So I don't know if I want to give up one of those draft assets to move up into the first round. I mean, if it's like a 2030 pick, maybe. But yeah. If they deem a prospect good enough where they have to move back up in, then okay. But I wouldn't give up one of the first round picks or anything like that in the future. What do you guys think? What do you think the Sixers should do on draft night? Should they even keep pick 35? You could probably get a good player at pick 35, honestly. I think it'd be good. What do you guys think, though? Guys, welcome into the show. NBA Playoff Game Day Live. We're on a marathon right now. No Sixers in the playoffs. We are doing as many live streams as we can in the playoffs, and we're also keeping you up to date with all the draft content. So welcome in, and thank you for being here. Let me know your guys' thoughts, man. How are we feeling? Be sure you guys are following on all platforms, man. We're going to have a ton of content coming out. Big boards, mock drafts, all that and more. So be sure to stay up to date with us. So, let's see. The Celtics. Celtics and Knicks on Friday now at 8 p.m. Interesting. Game 7 would be on Monday night. Game 7 of Nuggets Thunder would be on Sunday. Interesting. Crowley says, I'm okay with staying put at number 35. Brian says, I'll take the VT kid, Johnny Broom. John A. Broom. Yeah, he was a dog in the tournament, man. He was cool. That was a valiant effort. He had that one game by coming back from injury, playing through it. Alexander Walker for three. No good to start off the second quarter. And Jimmy Butler going to drive, float one up and in. Got it and one. Jimmy needs to come alive here. Wow, that's depressing. No first round pick 2 years in a row. Yeah, it is annoying. And technically, it's weird because, you know, the stipend rule prevents you from having 2 years in a row where you don't have a first round pick. But technically, the Thunder had the pick this year, you know? So next year, the Sixers technically had their draft pick, which is why the stipend rule didn't apply. But now, since the Sixers got the pick this year, it gets pushed back to next year. As Heel tried to launch a three, couldn't get it to go. Butler the rebound. Butler inside, kicks it out to the corner. Quentin posts for three. That one is short. Pat Spencer in the game, and he is immediately whistled for hitting DiVincenzo inadvertently in the face. Ban says Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe are top prospects. Here's Naz returning, posting, and got it up and in. 32-26. Minnesota with the lead. Here's Pat Spencer. Had a nice game early in the series, has been quiet since, and now he turns it over, threw it away. DiVincenzo all the way, slams it down in the open court. One defender couldn't get a piece of it. DiVincenzo firing up the Wolves bench. Spencer the float, got it on the other end. 6-point game. Randall up at the top, guarded by Draymond. Draymond's been quiet ever since they told him to pipe it down in the series. Alexander Walker going down the lane, up with the left. He missed it. Reed gets it back. Reed triple teamed and threw it away. Stolen by Buddy Hield. Here come the Warriors. Spencer up the floor, around a screen, behind the back, threw it away. And Minnesota couldn't save it, went out of bounds. Busy says his mustache bothers me. Yeah, shout out to Pat Spencer and the stash. Shout out to Pat Spencer. Why don't we have our pick in 27? Because of the Harden trade to from Brooklyn. Jimmy Butler going to dribble, drive, spin. Butler kicks it out to the corner. Spencer for three, and that's off. Here come the Minnesota Timberwolves, 34-28. Randall guarded by Buddy Hield. Randall through the legs, one-on-one, got him on an island, pushes him out of the way. Randall goes right up and in, just nowhere near enough defense. Here's Pat Spencer thinking. Floats it up to Butler. Risky pass. Here's Butler one-on-one. Drives all the way. Draws contact. Then fouled under the rim. First one good at the line for Jimmy Butler. So, yeah, guys, as it stands right now, the 76ers, they have their pick this year, and they don't have their pick next year. They don't even have a second-round pick next year because they traded that. 2027, they have 2 second-round picks. And then in 2028, they have 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. 2029, they have a first-round pick and a second-round pick. So, like I said, 2028's the year. They have 2 first-rounders. One of them is an unprotected first from the Clippers. So we have to hope that in 2028, the Clippers have the worst season ever. And then they have 3 second-round picks as well. So that could be a huge one for the Sixers. But that's a couple years out. Alexander Walker, the floater, got it to go. Teardropper, 38-29. Crazy thing is that, again, you know, because of the stipend rule, it's like the Sixers got around it by having their pick this year. I'm glad they got it this year, though. They definitely needed it, especially to give the fans hope. Heald missed the layup. He was fouled from behind by DiVincenzo. Let's go, guys. We need to get more people in the chat. Like the stream right now. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome on in. Let's just say if things do go south, man, 2028 is the year where it's going to happen, man. All those draft picks, a lot to work with. But I think they have a lot to work with right now. They just need health on their side. That's what they've always needed, guys. They've always needed the health factor. They just have not had it. Hill going to knock down at the line. 38-31 is our score. Here's DiVincenzo, guarded by Buddy Hield. Naz Reid up at the top. He chucks up a 3 off the back iron. No can do. Here come the Warriors. 38-31. Hield, the drive through it to nobody. Buddy Hield is seeing stars. Here's Timberwolves, and they throw it away on the other end. Now the Warriors back up the floor. Podziemski launched it like a quarterback, but it was smacked out of bounds. Who's going to be tapping into all the draft content, man? Maybe we'll do a couple live streams as well, where we take callers and we talk about it too. We're going to have a ton of draft videos, maybe some live streams. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Busy says, can't believe our tanking efforts paid off. Dropping the tank emojis. Ben, what's up, man? Drop the tank emojis in the chat. Butler. Kuminga for 3. He airballed it. If we have health on our side next year, is the ceiling the finals, conference finals, man, or dare I say second round exit? I mean, I'm just trying to get to the season healthy, Riaz. I'm not even thinking about it yet, but the Sixers should have a good team. The East should be wide open, especially now with the Tatum injury. I'm telling you, man, the East could be wide open next season. Draymond up the Hield. Hield to Podziemski. Drives downhill, steps over. Looked like he walked. They didn't call it. Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. 3 on the shot clock. The dribble. The step back. Jumps into the defender and drew the foul. Creative work of art there by Podziemski. Let's go, guys. 5 more subs away from 43K. First one go to the line for Brandon Podziemski. Go, guys. Get this chat flowing, man. Podziemski going to miss the second one. And Reed gets the board. Looks like a foul anyway. I think it's on Kuminga. Here's Conley. Conley to Edwards. Edwards to Conley. Here's McDaniels. Up to Conley. Conley coming around his screen. He's going to find Naz Reid. Reid, the dribble, the drive, the turn, the spin. McDaniels, corner 3. Randall can't get it to fall. T-Wolves track it down. Here's a second chance opportunity. Randall for 3. It's short. Picked up by Golden State, and here they come. Kuminga dribbles downhill, kicks it out. Podziemski finds Butler, turnaround, fadeaway, got it. Jimmy Butler, nice turn and shoot. 38-34 is our score. Butler with 8 on the night. Edwards for 3, and another heat check.
He's on fire!
And Edwards letting it rip out here. 6 points. Draymond, the pump fake, the drive, takes it himself, kicks it. Pajemski wide open from the wing, can't answer. And Nasri just tapped it in for him. Are you kidding me? Nasri just tapped it in. What a blunder by Minnesota. Gifted him 2 points. McDaniels to Randall, back to McDaniels. He's going to drive, go downhill all the way, turn, spin, the fade. Can't get it to drop. 41-36 is our score. Heel going to drive and kick. Pajemski. Kuminga. Back to Pajemski. The dribble, the drive. Pajemski. Here's Kuminga. He puts up the J. Can't get it to go. Here's Anthony Edwards. Edwards crossing over, plucked away. Hield's got the whole floor ahead of him. The drive and lays it up and in. Chris Finch not happy, wants the timeout. It's 41-38. RB, what do you think about PG's statement on point of attack defenders? Man. I'll answer that with one sentence. Some things are better off not being said. That's what I'll say back to Paul George there. George, what's going on, man? Don says it's just a question, chill. Oh, we got people coming at Don in the chat. What did Don say? Would you trade Paul George and the third pick for Franz Wagner? See, you got to take what Don says with a grain of salt, man. He's an under-the-cover Raptors fan. You know what I mean? He's a double agent here. We appreciate him. He supports the show, but he's a double agent. He's upset that his Raptors got the 9th pick, so he's trying to throw these ideas out there because he knows Daryl Morey's probably shadow watching right now, and he's trying to get Daryl Morey to go trade the pick for Franz Wagner. So, Don, look, man, all the other East teams, you guys all got hit. Sixers won out of the East, and it's great. But stop projecting Franz Wagner in here. I'm not trading the pick for Franz Wagner. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Come on, let's be serious. Come on, bro. I mean, we got to chill now. Bro, it was a Bill Simmons idea. Well, there you go. There you go. It was Bill Simmons' idea. Bill Simmons is the same guy last week that said that Joel Embiid was available at the trade deadline, and Joel Embiid wasn't even eligible to be traded. So that's what I have to say about that. Brian's having a good time, as he should. He's always having a good time, man. Ace Bailey has so much defensive upside, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't want to get into my whole breakdown of Ace Bailey, but he's got a lot of traits that could really, really turn into something. Maybe if it's not even year one. Like if Ace Bailey develops the right way, and I say that in capital letters because the Sixers have not developed players well at all. But if Ace Bailey could develop, he's got some crazy traits. I think people are really sleeping on Ace Bailey, at least so far from what I've heard in the fan base. People either really like him or don't, but I think people are sleeping heavily on Ace Bailey. Rob says we got too many guards anyway. Riaz says, did you see where Morey said once the Sixers got into the top 4, we had an 80% chance of getting Cooper Flag? I don't know where the 80% would come from, but I did hear like a little behind the scenes story of how they were so relieved. I'm sure he was. I mean, that could be the deciding factor to save Morey's job next year. So Don says, if I was picking third, I would take Jeremiah Fears and trade Maxey. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Don, stop projecting these ideas in here, man. Stop projecting these ideas, you Raptors fan. L's in the chat for our boy Don Vito, man. L's in the chat for Don. He's out here trying to make us trade Maxey. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. The ideas that people are throwing around are crazy. They're like trade Maxey, trade Jared McCain. Calm down. Mike Conley coming around a screen, dribbles, drives. Julius Randle dribbles all the way into the paint, goes up through contact, and the finish and the flex by Julius. Jimmy Butler guarded by Mike Conley. Jimmy Butler working off the pivot, drives, kicks out, Oppo corner, Santos a three, off the mark, Gobert couldn't pull it in, Looney to Kuminga, and the finish! Kuminga tomahawks it over Rudy Gobert, and it's a 3-point game. Don, that would not be a super W for the Sixers. That would be a mock draft idea that a 15-year-old would make. Like, at the end of the day, all these draft prospects are unknown. Until they play 1 minute on the NBA floor, you can't say that this guy is a solidified bucket and all this. Like, you got to wait to see how they translate to the NBA. And I'm not trading a guy in Tyrese Maxey that has gotten better every year of his career and has the work ethic of a Hall of Famer. McDaniels misses the floater, picked up by Golden State. Here's Kevon Looney going to hand it off to Podziemski. Podziemski coming around a screen, puts up the mid-range. That one's off the front rim. And McDaniels couldn't save it, so it's going to stay with Golden State. 4:16 to go here in the first half. We'll trade the third pick for Yuki Kawamura. Tika, that pick has been traded. That was the pick that was traded to the Wizards at the deadline for the 4 second-round picks. That was actually a W trade by Daryl Morey, too, as Podziemski floats it in. Because that trade got a bunch of second-round picks, and that pick was probably going to be at the end of the first round anyway. Because it would have went to probably Oklahoma City. Here's Anthony Edwards going to dribble, drive, kick it out. Randle up to Conley. Here's Edwards, back to Conley. Conley from deep, got it again. Minnesota can't miss. They are on fire.
He's on fire.
Like I said, I want to go back and watch a lot of Ace Bailey tape from this year. I watched every March Madness, so I saw a lot of these guys play, but I want to go back and watch some of their games. Jimmy Butler guarded by Mike Conley tightly, kicks it out to the wing. Podziemski for three. He was hit, no foul called, picked up by Minnesota. Edwards the drive, dumps it down to McDaniels. Conley for three, and he hits. Conley does it again, 51-42. The Timberwolves keeping a sizable gap on this lead. Can they get it done? Can the T-Wolves go back to the conference finals? They've had a pretty dominant playoffs here. But yeah, Don, I think you guys should be you guys should be worrying about who you're going to take with the 9th pick, since you fell all the way down. You and the Brooklyn Nets. I love it. I love it, man. The Nets, the Raptors, the Wizards, the Jazz, they tanked so hard. They thought they were tanking, but there's levels to this, man. They can't tank like the Sixers. Can't tank like us. Let's go. Let's go. Tika says AI knows less than RB. Exactly. See, they're telling you false info. Telling you false info. I got you. Guys, if you have not yet hit that thumbs up button, like the show, subscribe to the channel. Like the show, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Get us to 100 likes, man. If you guys are going to be tapped in for all our draft coverage, drop a fire emoji in the chat so I could shout you out. Busy says, just read why Kuminga was glued to the bench. Despite talent, his propensity to look for his shot at the expense of the flow of Golden State's offense has irked the coaching staff. Interesting. Raptors taking Danny Wolf. Won't ever happen, but of course we trade Maxey for Cooper Flag. Don says, we're good at the 9th pick. I love our spot, bro. No, you don't. You wish you were 4th or 5th, Don. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. There is a lot of depth at the top of the draft, but I'd much rather be at 4 than 9. 9's a tough draw. I'll be honest with you. That's a tough draw. For the people that want to trade Maxey, I mean, I think what it is, I think the Sixer fan base has gotten so out of touch with reality and they're just so mad at everything, as they should be. And I think they're just so to the point where they need to win now. Like they're just frustrated and tired of everything. And I think they're trying to look for ways to make that happen at the expense of just getting rid of like all the developing talent. But Tyrese Maxey, I mean, there would be no reason to trade Tyrese Maxey. What has Tyrese Maxey done wrong? You can't blame Maxey this past year. The guy was working with nobody around him. The team morale, the vibes were awful. I think people got to get back to, like, I think Sixer fans are scarred from 2014 to 2017 with the draft picks that were made. And I think they're just thinking that the worst is going to happen and these guys are going to fall off a cliff. But, like, look at what Jared McCain did in his rookie campaign despite being limited. Look at what Maxey has done over the years. And say you draft a guy at number 3 who can really be that guy. You have Justin Edwards, Adem Bona. Like, these guys can develop, man. They just need to keep sticking with the process, no pun intended, and just let it play out. .305 to go here in the first half. 51-42 is the score. Here is Jonathan Kuminga going to drive, kick it off to Butler. Now to Podziemski. Podziemski, a strong first half, finds a backdoor Draymond reverse layup. Got it to spin in. What a bucket by Draymond. They're going to need everyone that they can get. Anthony Edwards up at the top. He's coming around, drives downhill, kicks it out. Podziemski, the steal, saved it off Minnesota, and then they threw it down low to a wide open Gobert for a dunk. Three ball on the other end. Draymond's getting loud now. He's getting a little rowdy, saying, yo, we need this. We need this. It's now or never. Conley going to dribble baseline, swing it out. McDaniels downhill, goes up all the way, and got it to fall. Podziemski up at the top, coming around his screen. Podziemski driving downhill, spins, kicks it back. Draymond for 3. That's short. Timberwolves come away with it. Here's Randall backing him down, kicks it out, poked away, and then a foul on Podziemski. Let's go, guys. Like the show right now. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome on in. Playoff Game Day live show. Minnesota taking on Golden State, trying to close out the series. Can they do it tonight? We will see. What do you guys think? Should we stream the conference finals games? Give me your thoughts. Here's Anthony Edwards going to find Julius Randle. Up to Edwards. Edwards coming around his screen. Coming downhill. Edwards against 2. Kicks it up to Randle. Randle for 3. And he hits again. 12 points for Julius Randle. Steph is shaking his head. He can't believe it. He's like, who the heck is Julius Randle right now? Jimmy Butler driving downhill, goes behind the back. Butler posting up Edwards. Butler turns, kicks it to Draymond, coming downhill, floats it up, and he missed it by everything. Conley down the floor. Gobert in the paint. Gobert goes up strong, and he's fouled. Who do you guys think would win the finals right now? Who's your favorite out of everybody that is left? Who is your favorite out of all the teams that are left right now? Gobert at the line, under a minute to play here in the first half. First free throw is good for Rudy Gobert. Gobert at the line again. Here's the second. The push shot off the back rim. Can't get it to fall. 59-47 is the score. Timberwolves lead it by 12. Under a minute to play. Here is Kuminga. Kuminga at the top. He's going to kick it to Jimmy. Jimmy fakes the pass. Jimmy working against McDaniels. He's going to drive. Kick to the corner. Draymond for a three. Off balance. Couldn't get it to drop. Picked up by Minnesota, up the floor, Randall all the way, and he's fouled and one. Yes, sir. Julius Randle has the fans on their feet. He has been playing incredible basketball here in these playoffs. Wow. Randall's having fun out there, man. He didn't like toxic New York Knicks fan culture. He's liking it out in Minnesota. Might be a little cold, but Randall going to knock down the free throw. The and one is good. He's got 15 in 19 minutes, 10 in the second quarter alone. Here come the Golden State Warriors, down by 15 points. They're letting it slip away a little bit. There's Draymond Green, going to find Jimmy Butler. Butler at the top. 10 seconds to play here in the first half. Butler pulls up the mid-range. No can do. Minnesota with 5 seconds. A chance for a buzzer beater. Edwards all the way. Steps back. McDaniels for three. Couldn't get it to drop. But the Timberwolves pull away here in quarter number 2. They win it by 8 points. And they are now up by 15 as we head to halftime. Is this it for Golden State? It's really tough to see them playing like this. It's tough to see them go down without Steph, but things happen and injuries happen, and that's just kind of where we're at. It's kind of where we're at. Appreciate everybody being a part of the show. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. If you're staying up late with me, shout out to you. You guys have been rocking with all the content, including the draft coverage. Do me a favor, drop some fires in the chat. So far, it's been the Julius Randle game. 15 points, 4 assists, 6 for 9 from the field. You got Gobert and Conley with 11 apiece. And right now, it just feels like the Warriors don't have enough answers for Minnesota. Draymond, 9, 5, and 3. He's having a good game, not really being his vocal self. I feel like the Warriors had that toughness early on, and it feels like Draymond's just not really giving that effort anymore. Then you have Jimmy Butler with 8 points on 5 shot attempts, just not being assertive enough in my opinion. Podziemski's actually had a pretty good half, 9 points, maybe his best first half of the series. 2 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, but again, the Warriors are getting cooked on the defensive end. There's nothing they can do. Trace Jackson-Davis has only played 4 minutes. Can somebody explain to me why Steve Kerr keeps doing this every game? I just said it at the beginning of this game. Steve Kerr continues to go back to a small ball lineup. Like he plays a center for 4 minutes at the beginning of a game. Why does he keep doing that? And then he goes away from a center for the rest of the game. Like, I understand they don't have a dominant paint presence center, but you're not giving it a chance. Like, stick Looney out there. Just let him play more minutes. Like, I don't understand what the philosophy is with Steve Kerr. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Kuminga's got 11. He's leading the Warriors off the bench, but really nothing else from anybody else. And yeah, the Warriors are on the brink of elimination. And it feels like if they don't pick up their act here at halftime, it feels like they're going home. I'll tell you what, I would love to see the Timberwolves and the Pacers in the finals, two teams that have never won it. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know how the NBA would view that in terms of ratings and all this other stuff, but seeing two teams get a chance and knowing one of them's going to win, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's a cool thing to me. Wayo says Hield has more shot attempts than Butler, playoff Jimmy falling off. I mean, based on how he's playing right now, it kind of feels like it, you know? I mean, he's getting up there in age. He was playing really good in the playoffs, and then, I don't know, he's just not taking a hold of it anymore. He's not being the guy. And the vibes feel off with Golden State. Am I right? It almost feels like they're quitting. Like Draymond at one point was ready to punch everybody in the face, and now he's just out there lollygagging. You have Jimmy Butler, who's supposed to be playoff Jimmy, especially with Steph being out, and he's just like walking around the floor. I just feel like these guys they're not giving it the extra, whatever. They're not going the extra mile now. So, feels like the Warriors are cooked. But anyway, give me your thoughts in the chat. Do you think the Warriors have any chance of coming back in this game? Can they make it interesting? Give me your thoughts in the chat. And with that being said, we will be back in just a few moments. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We are back. Second half coming up. Warriors versus Wolves. Can the Warriors stay alive or are they done? Give me your thoughts here in the chat. Welcome on in. Thank you guys for being here. If you have not yet liked the stream, we are at 50. Let's get it to 100, man. We got to get it to the big boy hundo. That's how we get more people in the chat. That's how we get more people in here. Had a lot of people in here during this series. If you are a new viewer of the channel through this series, I want to say thank you for being a part of it and welcome to the family. And would love to have more people join along as well. I'm RB. I cover the Sixers all year long, but we do other streams like this as well. And we will continue to integrate this type of content as we move forward. So what do I think is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Let's talk through it. All right. Who do you think is going to win the finals right now? I'm going to stick with my original prediction when the playoffs started. I said it would be Boston versus Oklahoma City. So just because I want to go down dying with it, I'm not going to switch it until one of those teams gets eliminated. So I'm going to say that the Celtics come back and beat the Knicks. They had a valiant effort tonight without Jason Tatum. And they play really well. So if they win one more game in New York, you know, they can come back and try to finish that off. But I do think Oklahoma City has really matured. I think the Thunder have really matured these past couple games. It looks like Jokic is just kind of worn out at this point. And the Thunder have held strong and really made good comebacks in the last two fourth quarters. SGA is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. And the bench depth of OKC is just, they've been really powerful. So I think the Thunder are going to beat the Nuggets tomorrow night. We will stream that game. Actually, you know what? Let me know if you guys want me to stream that game or not. I think the Timberwolves are going to finish off Golden State tonight. So I think it'll be Thunder versus the Wolves in the conference finals. And then I think it'll be the Celtics versus the Pacers. And honestly, I mean, again, I'm going to stick with my prediction until it goes down in the water, but the Pacers are playing good right now, man. That team is hella resilient. Them and the T-Wolves both went to the conference finals last year, so they have experience, and I do think that should be taken into account, but there's just something about the way the Pacers are playing, and I know, right? The Cavs had all these injuries, and they were fraudulent, whatever, but the Pacers deserve credit. Something I've really noticed in these playoffs, and I do want to talk about a lot of this stuff after the playoffs end, but something I've noticed in these playoffs is like physicality reigns supreme. Like the teams that are getting physical, that are getting up right in your grill and just taking you off what you normally do and just kind of like playing those mental games has really benefited some of these teams. Like Indiana is just, they're a team that just, they piss you off, you know? But anyway, that's my thoughts. Busy says, I say Thunder, Pacers coming out of the East. Ty says, thank you for streaming. Thank you for being here, Ty. Ban says, no offense, Don. You're being completely stupid. Don's out here trying to throw out rumors, man. Like I said, we know he's a Raptors fan. He's trying to get us off our game. Also, says, Steve Kerr is terrible. What happened to Moses Moody from state last month to DNP and start of POs? Kuminga was basically a DNP, but now scored 30 and 22. Kerr gives me Nurse and Doc vibes. Well, I was just saying that a couple minutes ago, man. Steve Kerr is, he's not having a good series at all. This coaching has been bonkers. He plays a center every game for 4 minutes, and then he sits him for the rest of the game. Let's go, man. Come on. We got to get these likes up. We got to get this through the algo. Let's go, algo gang. Bro, everybody's sleeping on the Timberwolves. I just think because they're a 6 seed, it's a little bit tougher. I'm not sleeping on the Timberwolves. I just don't think Rudy Gobert is going to come through in crunch time. That's my personal opinion. But that's just how I feel. If they had another center, I honestly feel like the Timberwolves could make a run. I really do. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I mean, the T-Wolves are playing tough basketball too. They're a team that I felt like was a wild card coming into the playoffs. Like, the T-Wolves have had a very up and down year. It feels like at first they were just playing 500 ball. They didn't really figure it out. But once they did, it was like it finally clicked, you know? They have a really well-built team. They have one of everything. But I just think the center is going to be an issue. What do you guys think, though, man? What do you guys think? Who do you guys think should be the final favorite right now? Who do you think should be the finalist favorite right now? Like, if you had to bank your money on it, if you had to make a bet, who would you pick right now to win the NBA Finals? That's what I want to know. If you had to bank on it right now and put a bet, I think I'm still sticking with Celtics, OKC, and originally I picked Boston to win, but now with the Jason, I feel like, am I allowed to amend my prediction? I feel like I'm allowed to amend my finals prediction in terms of who wins it because of Jason Tatum. I think I'm allowed to amend my prediction, right? I said OKC versus versus Celtics originally. And I said the Celtics would win in 7, but that was with a healthy Jason Tatum. So I'm going to amend my pick. I think it's going to be OKC that wins the finals. The way I view it, though, is either way, the Sixers are going to be able to look at who wins the finals and think about it. Like, if the Celtics win, then the Celtics win. You know, another Celtics W. If the Knicks win, unbearable. If the Pacers win, Sixers could have traded for Tyrese Halliburton. If Golden State wins, they should have never let Jimmy Butler go. If Minnesota wins, I don't know if Minnesota really has a storyline translating to the Sixers, but anyway, I think OKC is going to win it. I think they're maturing before our eyes. They're very deep. They're talented. I think the Nuggets are a tough matchup, but they're making their way through. Ban says OKC versus Pacers. Busy says OKC. Ban says OKC wins. Funk says OKC. Cameron says Minnesota Timberwolves. Ellie says OKC and the Pacers, but Pacers might take it away. I'll tell you what, I honestly might root for the Pacers to win just because I want to see TJ McConnell get a ring. Shout out to my dude TJ. That would be awesome. But see what happens. It's been hard to really predict these playoffs, especially with the recent injuries now. All right, man. Like the stream, guys. Get those likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Second half incoming. We're going to break it all down for you right here. We're doing as many streams as we can, pumping out the content. So if you enjoy this and you appreciate it, hit the like button. Julius Randle up at the top. He's going to find Edwards. Edwards coming downhill. He's already fouled quickly by Buddy Hield just 10 seconds into the third quarter. Steve Kerr looks bored on the sideline. He looks like he knows what his fate is. Randle looking at inbound. He's going to find Gobert. Gobert at the wing. Gobert going to turn, find Edwards. Edwards going to find Gobert. Gobert driving downhill, kicks it out. Randle to the corner. 3-ball McDaniels. Kick it at the fall. And Gobert couldn't reel it in. Here comes Golden State. Trace Jackson Davis. Butler in the corner. No good on the trifecta. The Golden State Warriors are going to have to start going on a run here. They're going to have to make shots or else this one could be doomed. Butler pokes it away. Podziemski running the floor. Peeled back to Podziemski. Nice give and go Executed perfectly. Cavs are in Cancun. I said Cavs versus Thunder. Yeah, Cavs are done. Cavs got cooked. Here's Julius Randle working one-on-one. He's going to drive against Jackson Davis. Steps back. Got it off 1 foot. Draymond at the top. He's coming around a screen. Draymond to Butler. Butler up, guarded by Randle. Warriors running a little off-ball action. That's what they need to do more here. Podziemski pops a three, and he's got it to go. Brandon Podziemski finally deciding to show up here in the elimination game. 14 and counting for Brandon Podziemski. Here's Anthony Edwards at the top. He's going to kick to Conley. Conley to three, and he answers right back. Shout out to the vet, Mike Conley, showing up for work today. He's got 14 to match Podziemski. Butler off the dribble, finds Draymond. Here's Jimmy at the top. Jimmy working against Randle. He's going to drive into the paint, turns, spins. Butler's got him in the spin cycle, fades away. No good. Man, is Jimmy washed, man? I mean, I can't see him go down like this. Conley up to Edwards. Edwards for three. It's money. Crazy thing is that the Warriors gave Jimmy an extension too. So they better hope this isn't who he is. Maybe he's just dealing with that injury. I just don't know where their energy is. Like, what's going on? Have the Warriors quit on Steve Kerr? Have the Warriors quit on Steve Kerr? Because I just don't see the anticipation or the intensity or any of it. Podziemski to Davis, back to Podziemski. Floats one up, one hand. He's fouled on the floor by Anthony Edwards. Let's go, man. We got 60 people in the chat, guys. We need to get to 100 likes right now. Come on, man. Come on, man. If you guys want me to keep streaming these games, let's get these likes up, man. Did the Wolves win the trade, says Don? Man, that's a good question. Did they? I mean, the way Julius is playing right now, it's crazy. Butler on the receiving end of the alley-oop slams it down. I feel like maybe it was a win-win trade, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Conley up at the top, guarded by Brandon Podziemski. I still think the Wolves should have traded Gobert. Conley overthrows his man. It's going to be a turnover back to Golden State. Don't put him away just yet. 9:11 to go here in the third, 70-54. Draymond at the wing. He wants a screen. Draymond working with the left hand. Draymond dumps it to Hield. Hield in traffic. The three, no good. Smacked away by Gobert. Going to stay with Golden State. Secret underdog in the chat. What's up, bro? Shout out to the loyals in the chat. Shout out to the loyals in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here with me all playoffs long. Draymond floats it down to Butler. Butler in the post. One bounce. Draymond. Hield. Hield. The pump fake. The drive. The spin. Hield in trouble. Floats one up. Off by everything. Gobert knocked to the ground. It's going to be a foul. I'll tell you what, man. Buddy Hield is such a polarizing player. The guy literally is 30 points or he disappears. He just decides when he wants to show up. He just decides when it's a good time to show up. Let's go, man. We need to get this chat popping. Let's go. Like the show. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome in. Playoff Game Day live show. Here's Mike Conley going to find Anthony Edwards. Edwards driving. One hand. Working against Podziemski. Goes through two. Dumps it down low. McDaniels waiting in the cut. 72-54. And a timeout on the floor. Steve Kerr can feel it slipping away. Minnesota's heating up. You know what I like about Minnesota? Let me give them some credit here for a second. The way that they're playing offense right now is a beautiful thing. Like, if you really watch some of these possessions, they have every guy spaced out the right amount. They're moving the ball swiftly. Nobody's just holding on to it and wasting out the shot clock. They got Gobert in one dunker spot. They got McDaniels in the other one, and the Warriors just have no idea how to defend it. The Warriors have no idea how to defend it right now. And the Wolves are just, they're killing them from every level right now. Inside, they're killing them from the mid-range. Conley's going unconscious from 3. Maybe the T-Wolves are being slept on. Maybe they can win the whole thing. They're playing good right now, man. They're playing good right now. Let's go, chat. I want to see y'all getting hype up in here. Once again, we're dropping a ton of draft content over the next couple weeks, so be sure to stay tapped in. And do me a favor, like the show right now if you're tapped in with us on this game day show. We're staying up late for the people, man. We're staying up late for you guys. Let's go. Come on, man. Yes, sir. Come on, man. Let's get it going up in here. Who's been watching all the content? Who was in the draft lottery stream the other night? Who watched my video yesterday? I need to know who the diehards are. A lot of Sixer fans came up from the ground last couple days. I want to know who the OGs are. Who's been tapping in with us, man? We got Secret in the chat. We got Banj up in here. AG in the house. What's up, AG? Another VIP member. Ty says, thanks for streaming. Busy dropping the emojis. Aussie says, hopefully we draft Ace Bailey. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Can we get 4 more subs? Can we get the 43K? We're right on the precipice. Ty says, bro, the Mavs, what in the luck? That's crazy that the Mavs got the first pick. That's crazy. Nico Harrison might end up being a genius, or he might be the worst GM ever. I don't know. But the fact that they just threw Flag right in his face is crazy. Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie Irving. You know what's crazy? Cooper Flag is 18. A couple years ago, he was probably sitting there in his living room with his buddies playing 2K using Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. And now he's on their team. That's wild, man. $72-54 is the score. The Warriors have to get going now, or they might not ever look back. Draymond, Hield, threw it away again. Hield chases it into the backcourt. 7 on the shot clock. Hield to Draymond. Draymond, 3 on the shot clock. Has to let it fly. He does. It's off the mark. Golden State is going out sad. Anthony Edwards has averaged 20 points per game in the second half in this series. That is fantastic. Edwards, the drive, the kick, it's stolen away. Warriors 4-on-2. Kuminga all the way, lost it. Lost the ball. The Warriors get it back. Here's Buddy Hield. Hield up to Draymond. Draymond to Pajemski. Here's Butler, the dribble, the drive. Butler goes up, and he's fouled. Jimmy Butler fouled en route to the bucket. Secret says, hit that like button to support RB in the stream. Let's go, man. Get those likes up, guys. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Butler at the line, going to knock it down. 72-55. Gavin says, what do you think about the Eagles schedule? I dropped a video on that on my Eagles channel tonight. Go check it out. Didn't Cooper Flag play in the Olympics? Yeah, he did. He was a special invite, so he had some experience with it. Free throws are good. It is a 16-point game here in Minnesota. Randall, the drive, lost the ball, and they call a foul. It's crazy how Draymond didn't even react to that. The energy from Draymond has not been there in the last 3 games. He has not been there. Is Draymond mentally checked out? 72-56, 7:20 to go here in the third. The dribble behind the back. DiVincenzo fakes it, turns, spins, up with it, got it again. The Timberwolves can taste it. They have had a pretty sizable cushion in this game, and they keep it going. Kuminga down to Butler. Butler, the one bounce. Draymond in through contact. Missed it, but he was fouled. Would love a 6'10 power forward with a small backcourt ace. 5 months ago, people were saying he could go number 1. Rob says, I listen to you all year at work at Walmart. Keep calling games, bro. Rob, thank you, my guy. Appreciate it. Shazy says, what's good, RB? Had to tune in, and now I see the Wolves are kicking the Warriors' butts. Hey, they are, man. They are. The Timberwolves are feeling it. They are tasting it. They are almost there. Can they finish it off? I'll be honest, and look, not to take any credit away from the Timberwolves because they've played well. Well, kind of. There's some games they haven't, but I feel like I got ripped from a good series. Do you guys feel the same way? Do you feel the same? I feel like I got ripped of a good series with the Curry injury. I feel like this was going to be a 7-game series at first. Podziemski around his screen after the missed free throw. Step back. Podziemski's on a heater. Podziemski is on a heater. 16 points. He's not letting them go out sad. Maybe if Buddy Hield could step up and hit a couple shots, they'd be back in it. Here's Edwards at the top, working against Kuminga with the left hand. 10 on the shot clock. The dribble, the drive, the stop. Stopped in his tracks. Edwards again. He steps back, finds Gobert. Gobert with the left hand. He missed the put up. Randall gets it back, and the Warriors are once again fighting multiple possessions. Here's Randall. He turns, puts a shoulder. He faked out Butler, lays it in, but he walked. It's going to be a travel on Julius Randle going back to the Golden State Warriors. That's the problem when you have an older roster. I mean, Steph is Steph, you know? He was on a generational run at the end of the season and just got hurt at the worst time. Here's Draymond, pulls up the mid-range, no good. Hield tracks it down. Podziemski again, 4 on the shot clock. Podziemski, the step back 3. Got it again!
He's on fire!
He got it again! Brandon Podziemski's got 19 on the night, 10 in the third quarter. He is not letting them go out without a fight. Here's DiVincenzo, the drive, blows right by Podziemski, up and in with the lay. 14-point game. Podziemski on the other end, turns, spins, kicks it back. Draymond, here is Kuminga for 3, no good. Hield again. Warriors another chance, and Hield threw it away. Buddy Hield has evaporated. Honestly, it feels like Buddy Hield is just going to be one of these players that just, he shows up sometimes, you get what you get, and then other times he just goes absolutely ghost mode. Did that with the Sixers last year. Guys, we got 70 plus in the chat. Do me a favor, get us to 70 likes. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it to 100 likes, man. Let's go. Come on, chat. If you've been rocking in here with me all series long, drop a comment. Let me know you're in the house. McDaniels going to find Edwards. Edwards up to Reed. Reed to McDaniels. Over to DiVincenzo. Down low. Gobert against Butler. I mean, how... Look, bro. Steve Kerr, you want me to manage the Warriors? You want me to coach them? Steve Kerr, you got to put in a center, bro. You have to put in a center. Gobert is 5 inches taller than everybody on the floor. I mean, the dude is throwing down wide open dunks and you have not put in a center. What is Steve Kerr doing? I'll tell you what I'm seeing, man. I think the Warriors have given up. I think the Warriors have given up. Steve Kerr will not play a center. Buddy Hield has disappeared. Draymond has no energy. Jimmy Butler has no energy or any interest in taking shots. I don't know, man. That's my thought. Let's go. Can we get 40 more likes, man? Get us to 100. Let's go. I know the Rockets are probably pissed off right now. They're like, yo, all we had to do was beat Golden State and we would have had a really good chance at advancing again. That's crazy. Shazy says, who would you rather keep, Grimes or Yabusele? That's a tough one, man. Depends on how many guards this team has in a couple months, but I feel like Grimes played really well down the stretch. Warriors shouldn't have advanced to the second round. Yeah, they should have. They earned it. They earned it. They played their butts off, man. They definitely deserved it. Rockets probably would have beaten Minnesota, or at least had a good chance to. Maybe not beating them, but the physicality would have been a great matchup. But the Warriors earned it, man. They just had a bad injury with Steph Curry. Guys, we need 39 more likes. We need 3 more subs. Who's going to get us there? Let's go, chat. Let's wake up the neighbors real quick. Let's go, man. Get us up in the chat. Who's been rocking with us, man? We're dropping a ton of draft content. We're doing as many streams as we can here in the playoffs. We're doing as much as we can. Let's go. Drop some hype in the chat. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Be sure you're following us on all platforms. We should have a ton of likes in the chat right now. We had a ton of people in here earlier. Come on, man. Shazy says Maxey, McCain, Grimes, and Bailey. It would be nuts. Yeah, people forget Grimes still very young, too. Very young. Tim Connolly. Can the T-Wolves go back to back-to-back conference finals? Pajemski again tried to pass out of a shot. Why would you do that? Turned it over right to DiVincenzo. Had nowhere to go with it. McDaniels, DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Edwards working downhill. Floats it up. Gobert on the receiving end. And the Wolves have 80. Steve Kerr not happy with his team's defensive effort. Here's Pajemski again. I mean, what are we doing, Golden State? Why does Pajemski have the ball every possession? Santos going to find Kuminga for 3. That one's off the cylinder and picked up by Minnesota. They're out and running. DiVincenzo, the hesitation, the drive. He's plucked by GP2. Here comes Golden State. And we have a foul. What the heck happened to Jimmy Butler, man? Like, this is just weird to me. Steve Kerr is ripping into Pajemski right now. You know what this is giving me, guys? This is giving me 2019 Sixers vibes when the Sixers were in the playoffs and Brett Brown did not make Jimmy Butler the focal point of the offense at times and just let him rot away in the corner. Then they would ask him to come in the fourth quarter and be the guy, but at that point it was too late. Kuminga for three. He's going to pump the fist. Kuminga, a big-time shot. Here's Anthony Edwards. Edwards working against Santos. Edwards steps back. Randall to Edwards. Edwards working against Santos. Edwards, the crossover, the dribble, the drive. Edwards downhill through contact. No whistle. Randall, the board, and taps it in. Draymond is pissed off. Draymond wanted that, but he's trying not to let himself say something he regrets. Three ball Kuminga, no good. Picked up by Minnesota. They're out and running again. Edwards against Kuminga. 3:10 to go here in the third. Edwards the spin. Takes it back. Edwards against Hield. He's got him on an island. Anthony Edwards drives downhill. Steps over. Goes up. And in. Listen, I'll be the first to admit, I think Anthony Edwards is going to be an absolute star for a long time. This guy is 23 years old. And he's, going to make multiple conference finals appearances already? Big-time player, man. Kuminga goes downhill. He lays another one in. Kuminga with a valiant effort in this series. Tell you what, man, Kuminga's making himself some money in this series. Kuminga is making himself some money in this series. For a guy that really wasn't played that much all year on a contract season, you know his heart's probably not in Golden State. Oh, and that was something else I wanted to say earlier, too. Like, the drafting of Golden State, you know, Kuminga and Moses Moody and Podziemski, like, man, if they drafted a little bit better, imagine where they would be right now, you know? Guys, we need 35 more likes. Who's going to get us to 100, man? Let's go. Come on now. Now we got to get it to 100. We got to get it to 100. Come on now. We're out here staying up on the late night. We got to get this to 100 likes, man. Dre's on a tight leash so he doesn't get suspended. I agree. They also took the center at number 2. Yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot about that too. James Wiseman. That was another bad drafting choice by Golden State. So yeah, like I said, drafting is everything. If you can draft young players that can win now and can contribute on a rookie contract, you're in a good spot. So Anthony Edwards, 9 assists tonight, tying his playoff career high in just 3 quarters. DiVincenzo in the corner. Cha-ching. Shout out to DiVincenzo. I am kind of happy for DiVincenzo. I'm not going to lie. I've always liked DiVincenzo as a Villanova fan, and I just couldn't stand him on the Knicks, but I like DiVincenzo, and he's had a crazy career so far, but he's already won a ring. And to be honest with you, man, like he's got a chance to win another one. He was really hurt when they sent him to Minnesota, and he's out here making the most of his role, you know? Tough player. At the beginning of the season, I said the Sixers should have traded for DiVincenzo. Draymond to Kuminga, up at the top, one-on-one against Julius Randle. Kuminga going at him again. He pulls up from about 6 feet, then he left it short. This time he left it short. It's 87-68. Ball poked away. They're going to say it's Minnesota's rock, but Golden State wants a challenge. Come on, guys. I like this stream, man. 3 ball from Ant, and he does it again. So Ant is putting the nail in the coffin. 90-68. And the Warriors just threw a backcourt violation. They just turned it over, running up the floor. The Warriors are so discombobulated. Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Draymond threw it over the backcourt. The Warriors look absolutely cooked. Now Gary Payton II is going to come in. Spencer hits the bench. Warriors just have no answers left. Steph Curry looks absolutely crushed on the bench. Here's Julius Randle going to find DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo the drive. He's plucked. $90-68 is the score. DiVincenzo going to miss the first free throw. What do you guys think about Steph Curry for MVP? Obviously, he's a two-person race this year, but like, yo. Look at what the Warriors are like without Steph. The fact that he's carrying the load this much is wild. Wild, man. I mean, honestly, Steph Curry might be the most valuable player. Like, look at his team right now. There's Jimmy Butler working from the top of the arc. Jimmy Butler going to drive downhill, floats it up, and missed it. Randle down the floor, goes up and in, and the Wolves are running away with it. They are absolutely running away with this right now. Draymond going to find Hield. Hield for three, and it's short, but he's fouled on the floor. We need 35 more likes. We need one more subscriber. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be, man? Who is it going to be? You guys are trolling me right now. It's all good, man. RB lives on forever. Philly take with RB. Let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. 5 years in the making of doing this channel. Content's not stopping anytime soon. Hill going to knock down the free throw. It's 93-70. Here is Anthony Edwards, guarded by Jonathan Kuminga. Going to find DiVincenzo, lost it, picked it back up. 40 seconds to play here in the third. Randle to a cutting DiVincenzo, and he overthrew him. They call a foul? I think they called a foul in Golden State. Curry looks like he's ready to go home. Who's going to be 43,000, man? DiVincenzo going to inbound, and he threw it out of bounds. So it's turned over anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Going back to Golden State, can they erase a 23-point deficit? 28-13 with Jimmy Butler. Draymond kicks at a corner. Gary Payton a third, and we have another foul. So many fouls. Foul, 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 foul. 32 seconds to play here in the third. 93-70. $25 seconds to go here in the third. Randle up at the top. He's going to spin and drive. Edwards down the lane. Goes up with it. Missed it short. 10 seconds to go here in the third. Warriors with one more chance to put on a couple points. Pajemski picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go. Here's Kuminga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kuminga at the buzzer. Got it. Kuminga ends off quarter number 3 with a bang. It is a 21-point deficit. The Warriors trying to pull off a miracle to save their season. If not, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves advancing to the conference finals. We got 70 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream right now. Hit that subscribe button. Who's going to be number 43,000? Let's Let's go. We're doing as many streams as we can. Support us, man. Oh, we got 43,000? We got it in the chat. Let's go. Drop the 43Ks, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. Let's keep pushing. I know a lot of the Warriors fans have not tapped in later in this series because they're disappointed, but no matter who you are, if you've joined the ride along this series, shout out to you. Thanks for being here. Guys, we need 30 more likes. Can we get to 100? We have to hit that 100, man. If not, it's bad luck. It's bad luck if we don't. We got to hit that 100. 43,000 and counting. Let's get it up to 100K. Let's get to that big 100K. Let's get that plaque. Jimmy Butler, not a Batman, not a Robin. Is he an Alfred like James Harden? Many of you wanted to sign JB to a max deal. I see no difference between Tobias and JB when it comes to winning. That's not fair at all, Richie. Jimmy Butler took a group of your uncles and your best friend's neighbors' sons in the YMCA to the finals and was putting on some of the best playoff basketball maybe ever. So I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. Right now he's dealing with injury. He's tired and he's just worn out, you know. Now, again, he could be doing more. I'm not saying he can't, but to say that there's no difference between him and Tobias is crazy. Sixers gave him half a season with this team. If they had extended him then, the Sixers would probably be NBA champions. To compare him to Tobias, who had 0 points in an elimination game, is wild. Here's Jimmy Butler guarded by McDaniels. Butler at the top finds Post for three. And look at that. It's Quentin Post with a three. RB literally said 20 minutes ago that Quentin Post should have been playing. Come on, man. Conley up top, going to find McDaniels. McDaniels, Conley. Here's Randall. Randall dribbling inside, kicks it out. Mike Conley spots up, trying to answer. He cannot. Picked up by Golden State. Here comes Quentin Post up the floor. Going to dump it off to Santos. Santos to Butler. Butler up the post with the yellow shoes. He's going to find Moses Moody in for the first time. Moody downhill, turns, spins, fades. Can't get it. Santos the tap in. I don't know what Steve Kerr is doing with these lineups. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know why Moses Moody just stopped completely playing too. But here he is. Randall at the wing. He's going to dribble, drive downhill. Naz Reid under the basket. Reid puts it up, lays it in. Tough bucket, tough finish for Naz Reid. For the Warriors, it's Moody, Podziemski, Butler, Santos, and Quentin Post. Podziemski around a screen, one bouncer to Post. He lets it fly from deep. No good. Great rookie campaign, but a lot to work on. Here's McDaniels down the other end. He drives through contact, floats it up, poked away by Santos. Good hand on the ball. Here comes Golden State. Podziemski going to turn around his screen. He drives, kicks back. Santos for three. No good. Post tried to time the rebound, but he couldn't. Here comes Minnesota down the other end. Randall goes right up and in. And just like that, the Wolves regain momentum. Here's Moses Moody. He's going to let it fly from deep. He got it. 17-point game. It's 97-80. We got 72 likes in the chat. Get us to the big 100, man. Get us to that 100 like mark. 97-80. Here is Mike Conley. Conley up at the top, guarded by Podziemski. Randall going to come and set. Conley turns and spins. Here's Randall. Randall pops up a triple. Can't get it to fall. Minnesota can feel it. They are on the verge of going back to the conference finals. Here's Moody. The drive downhill goes up through contact. Got it to go. And one. Yes, sir. And one. I don't know why Steve Kerr didn't play these guys earlier in the game, but that's his decision. Free throw is good. It is a 14-point game, 9:13 to play. Do the Warriors have one final surge in them? Here's the floater from McDaniels. No good. Warriors pick it up. They are fighting. Here's Podziemski. Podziemski down the floor. He's going to drive and spin. Podziemski through contact. Got it off the window. What a shot by Brandon Podziemski. It is down to a 12-point lead. A quick 8-0 run, and just like that, the Warriors are back in it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game now. Can the Warriors do it? Can they make one final push and come back and save their season? Can they do it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the chat. I'm RB. This is the Playoff Game Day live show. We're live streaming as many playoff games as we can. 80 plus in the house. Get us to 100 likes, man. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Let's go. It's almost midnight. We got to wake up the neighbors. We've been live streaming every game of this series so far. Every single game we've been live. Let's go, man. Vic says Wolves have no killer instinct. Well, they got to put their foot on the gas pedal here. You don't want the Warriors to, for some reason, have some like little mini comeback and bring it to like a 5-point game. You know, they really got to step on them here. I'm impressed with Podziemski tonight, even though he's been a no-show in the entire series. He's really using the dribble drive and creating for himself. And I don't know, it's giving me very like 2019 Sixers vibes, how Jimmy's not even involved in the offense right now, but Podziemski's doing what he can. And Kuminga's been fantastic off the bench in this series. Kuminga's been fantastic off the bench. He's making himself a lot of money right now. Julius Randle on the other end, 23 points, 10 for 14. Shout out to Julius. Guys, we got enough people in here to get us to 100. We are getting there, man. 23 more likes. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the noti bell. Let's go, man. Tons of content coming out in the next few weeks. Draft stuff, news stuff, and of course, more playoff live streams. Let's go, man. Let's go. Guys are crushing it now. 23 more. Get us there, man. What do you guys think? Do the Warriors have anything left in them? Can they come back and win this game? Wouldn't that be crazy if they came back to win and then got Steph Curry back in game 6? Steph's on the bench like, dang, there's nothing I can do right now. You're not channeling game 6 Clay right now. You're not channeling Steph Curry yet. Here we go. 8:50 to play in Minnesota. It is an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half. Minnesota with the rock out of the timeout. Julius operating from the high post. Missed the layup. Picked up by Golden State, and here we go. Here we go. 97-85. Here's Quinton Post working. Finds Santos. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Pajemski. The pump fake. The dribble. The drive. Santos. Post. Down low. And he lost it. He lost the handle. It's a turnover for Golden State. Tough one for Golden State. 97-85. 8:20 to play on the Warriors season if they can't find a way to make this comeback. Here's Anthony Edwards. You have to be wary of him. He's been dangerous in the second half in the series, and Moody going to get called for pressing up on a foul. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. 22 more likes. Get us to 100. Let's go. Edwards, the dribble, the drive, downhill, goes up, and scoops it in. 14-point game. Pajemski to Post. Post threw it away again. Luckily, Butler there to recoup it. Butler, the dribble, the drive, kicks it out. Pajemski, pump fake. Pajemski, Post, spots up, 4-3. It's off. Warriors get it back. Here's Pajemski. They get about a 3. He finds Moody. Moody downhill, lays it in. Oh, he missed it. Butler missed it, and a foul. How did Moses Moody blow a wide open layup? How did he shank a wide open layup? Oh my gosh. You don't deserve to win if you can't make layups like that. Butler going to knock down the first. 99-86. Come on, everybody. I need you guys to like the stream, man. Like it right now. Let's go, chat. Second one is good. 99-87. 12-point game once again. 7:30 to go in this contest. DiVincenzo going to kick to the corner. McDaniels up top. He's been quiet tonight. Here's Julius Randle, who's been on fire. Randle, one-on-one. Backing down Santos. He's going to turn to his left. Go right up and in. Lost it off the railing. And an offensive foul on Julius Randle. Santos took a shot to the face. And it's going to go back to Golden State. Ooh, took an elbow right to the face. I know that hurt. They're going to look at this for a flagrant foul. Come on, man. That's not a flagrant. It's not a flagrant. He's just backing him down. This should not be a flagrant. Guys, we need 20 more likes in the meantime. Who's going to be the 20 people? Who's going to get us to that big 100, man? Welcome in. We're up late. We're grinding. Let's go. Almost midnight here on the East Coast. Where are you guys tapping in from tonight? What time is it where you guys are tapped in from? So no flagrant foul, just as I said. Let's go, man. We need 20 more. Who's going to get us there, man? Let's go, chat. I know you got it in you. We got Marty in the chat. What's up, Marty? Busy B up in here every night with us. Richie says only down by 12. It's still a game. Busy B also tabbing in on the East Coast. Ryan says it shouldn't take this long. I agree. I agree. Jimmy Butler going to find Moody wide open. They need it. They got it.
He's on fire.
Oh, it's a single-digit game now. 99-90. Moody with 9 off the bench. Can they do it, man? Yo, could you imagine if the Wolves collapse this? Edwards trying to answer, and he does. He puts it right back to bed. Here's Pajemski dribbling, steps back. Pajemski to post. Post. Hands it off to Jimmy, and Jimmy lost it. Here come the Wolves again on the break, and just a terrible turnover by Jimmy Butler. And the Wolves go right back up by 14. 2 quick buckets. And we have another timeout. Man, Jimmy's head is just not in the game tonight. Dang, man. Wow. We got Australia in the house. Appreciate y'all being up late night with me, man. We got Toronto in the building. Look, I love this community. We have fans from all over the place. That's what makes this special. We have fans from different teams up in here, man. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. They're so bad. Just play defense. Aussie Sixer always wanted to visit down under. I do find it very interesting how many Sixer fans come from Australia. Like, it's pretty cool. All the Aussie Sixer fans that have tapped in over the years. I find that really cool. I don't know if the Sixers are like a big fan base there or how they became a fan base there, but there's a lot of Sixers fans in Australia. Maybe you can fill me in more. I feel like Steve Kerr should have brought in Moody and Post earlier in this game. They just have no defense, though. If Jimmy Butler plays an average game, Warriors are probably in this like 2 points, 3-point game. I wonder what Golden State will do in the offseason. It's going to be interesting. A lot of teams are in precarious situations for sure. Let's go, guys. We need 17 more likes. We have to hit the 100 mark. Let's go. Or else the neighbors kick us out forever. Ben brought them over. Yeah, that's a good point, Busy. That's when I noticed a lot of the Australia fans. Well, I mean, when I started this channel, you know, Ben was on the team, but a lot of them, I guess, were Ben Simmons fans, and I feel bad for them for that. But it is funny. I've been here to witness. I'm old enough to witness the the Australia Sixer fans turn on Ben Simmons. It's been a great thing. It's been a pretty funny thing. I'm not going to lie. The bum we exported brought us to the Sixers. No wonder they hate Ben Simmons so much. On top of what he did to the Sixers. I mean, man. That's crazy. Here's Draymond going to find Moody. Moody popping a three. Couldn't get it as he leaned back and fell down. 14-point game. Julius Randle leading away with 23, but they have 6 guys in double digits, and Kuminga going to bully it away from Anthony Edwards, so they're not going down without a fight. Moody again. Moody the drive. Moody dumps it back to Podziemski. Podziemski in the paint. He floats it up. Got it to go off the bounce. 12-point game. DiVincenzo working with the rock against Kuminga. Kuminga's had a great series. Pretty much every game he's been fantastic. And now Moody going to poke it away from Edwards, playing around with it. Moody goes all the way up and missed the layup, but he was fouled. Moses Moody to the line for 2. Oh, boy. Guys, if you have not yet, hit the like button, please. Get us to 100 likes. Let's keep pushing this through the algorithm. We were amped up having our third number 1 pick come from Melbourne, and then we were embarrassed to admit it. I understand, man. First one missed by Moses Moody. That's tough. Well, no wonder the Aussies are indebted to the Sixers, and it's because of Ben Simmons. That's sad. Let's go. Let's go, man. Welcome into the chat. 5:36 to play. Second free throw is good. It's 104-93. Do the Warriors have a final punch in them? 5:27 to go. Here is DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo guarded by Podziemski. He pops up a contested 3. It's airballed. McDaniels finds it. Edwards wants a stab at it. No good, but he gets it back again. Edwards the third time. No good again. And a foul on the floor. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. Come on, guys. We're not going to get to 100 likes. Come on now. Support the channel. Support the channel. Here's Julius Randle. Randle the jab. Turns his back into Butler. Randle turns. Dumps it down low. Gobert. A weird finish. He was fouled. Draymond wants a review. He's trying not to get too antsy here. Draymond's telling him to challenge it. I don't know how that was a foul. Draymond is just constantly moving his elbow. He's telling them to review it right now. And we're going to have a review. All right, guys, we need to get these likes up, man. I'll read the chat once we get back to 100. We got to wake up the neighbors. The neighbors are pissing me off. You want to know what the neighbors did last night or the night before? They woke me up at 7 in the morning with a leaf blower. We got to piss them off now. We got to piss them off now. (104-93). Last lifeline for the Golden State Warriors. I wonder Australians probably don't like basketball. They're like, oh, our welcome to the game was Ben Simmons. They're probably scarred for life. But yeah, guys, we got to get the neighbors back right now. I need everybody. I need everybody to contribute. Finally cracked 100 in the chat, though, so we can definitely get 100. No challenges. It's going to be an unsuccessful challenge. Draymond's not saying anything. He doesn't want to get suspended. Maybe for next season at this point. Is Jimmy Butler going to wake up? Is Butler going to wake up? Rudy Gobert, 7 for 8 tonight with 15 points. If you look at that stat line, you're like, oh, that's a pretty good stat line. Then you actually watch him. Gobert going to miss the first one, left it short. Warriors need every miss they can get. Here comes the second one from Rudy Gobert. And the second one is no good either. 4:55 to play, and the Warriors turn it over. A miscommunication. DiVincenzo Gobert lays it in on the fast break, and the Warriors just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Draymond the pump fake, the drive against Rudy, kicks it out. Here's Podziemski driving downhill, scoops it up. What a beautiful finish by Podziemski. This has been a surprise from him tonight. Chris has put respect on the like button. Let's go. We need 11 more. Who's it going to be? I can't remember the last time we did a live show that didn't get 100. Come on, y'all. Hit that thumbs up. Show some love to your boy. Show some love. If not, the Sixers are going to draft Con Canupo at number 3. .427 to go here in the fourth quarter. Edwards, guarded by Draymond. He's going to find Randall. Here's Mike Conley. Conley going to step back, find Randall, cutting to the rim, goes up. Oh, the reverse crafty finish. That was beautiful. Through 2 defenders. Oh, my. Podziemski on the other end, no good. Tapped in by Butler. They want the offensive interference. They're not going to get it. Jimmy Butler, 16, 6, and 5 on the evening. Here's Anthony Edwards. Edwards coming around a screen, driving downhill, floats it up. McDaniels on the recipient end. 110 to 97 now. Warriors just can't stop a nosebleed right now. Here's Jimmy Butler. Butler going to find Podziemski. Podziemski going to turn and spin. Podziemski out to the corner. Draymond wide open for 3. It's off. Up the floor to Randall again. He's wide open. Randall up with the reverse, and he got it. The T-Wolves are feeling it. They are feeling it. Butler on the other end. He's fouled. 100 people watching. 89 likes. Get us to 100. Let's go, chat. Come on. We need y'all to come through one more time for us. Hit that like button. Guys, we got over 100 people in the chat. Let's go. I want to wake up the neighbors, man. Neighbors woke me up yesterday. We need to wake up the neighbors. We need 9 more people to smash that thumbs up. Let's go. Let's go. It is past midnight. We are up with the night owls. Come on, man. All seriousness, I appreciate everybody that is staying up with me right now. If you guys are in the chat and you're in here, drop an emoji, drop something. Drop a hello so I can shout out the real ones, man. Let's go. We've been grinding out the content all week long. We had live stream after live stream, video after video. As you can tell, I'm on my last life right now, just like the Golden State Warriors. But the difference about me and the Warriors are going down. I'm right here. I'm ready to be back at it tomorrow. Thunder versus Nuggets tomorrow night, game 6. Should we stream it? Let me know in the chat right now. Should we stream that game? Yes or no? I wonder who would win MVP of this series, if it would be Julius Randle or Anthony Edwards. Julius has played out of his mind. Butler misses the free throw. Yo, what is wrong with Jimmy Buckets, man? What is wrong with Jimmy Buckets, man? Make sure you guys join our Discord and follow me over on Twitter/X. I'll drop the links here in the chat. Pajemski going to knock down the free throw, 112-99. Missed another free throw. Yeah, the Warriors are cooked, man. Did we hit 100 likes? We did it. We did it. Oh, you guys came through and saved the day, man. You guys saved the day. It's been a long time since we didn't hit 100 likes, but we hit 100. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Guys, I'm going to do this, and I hope the neighbors don't call the cops, but we got to piss them off. This is for waking me up with a damn leaf blower. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Wake them up. No more leaf blower at 7 in the morning. Thank you very much. Kuminga for 3. He airballed it. Time is ticking. 2:58 to go. It's another steal. McDaniels threw it back in. Warriors get it. Kuminga slams it down. 114-101. 13-point game. The Warriors need to go on a 13-0 run. Let's go, man. Shouts to the members in the chat. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We have a timeout. Timeout, Chris Finch. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, Julius Randle's really out here doing the thing, though. Julius Randle's out here doing his thing. One more time for the one time. Let's piss him off. Ladies and gentlemen, we cover the Sixers every single day. We also cover the NBA with live streams like this. We're live streaming as many playoff games as we can, so join up on the family. Join the fam, man. Like the show, subscribe to the show. I knew you guys would come through. I knew you guys would come through. $13-point game. It's now or never if you're Golden State. Do they have one final punch in them? Edwards trying to hit the nail. Randle, the drive downhill, blows by Moody and puts it through. Minnesota can feel it. Pajemski turns. He's found and one. Pajemski's not going down without a fight. These boys got me screaming at 12:07 in the morning. Brandon Pajemski, playoff career high tonight. He's got 28 and counting, doing just enough to make sure the Warriors fans aren't pissed off at him in the offseason as he misses the free throw anyway. 116-103, 2:15 to play here in the fourth. Mike Conley guarded by Jimmy Butler. Mike Conley guarded, 6 on the shot clock, gets the switch. Here's Edwards on Butler. Edwards blows right by. Edwards goes up, and he's fouled. Anthony Edwards going to the line for 2. Man, have a good night, man. Chris Henry in the building. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? First free throw is off by Edwards. Wolves can taste it, though. They're right there. They're right there. Free throw is good. 1 for 2. 117, 103. Draymond drive downhill. Dumps it. Kuminga in the low block. Kuminga posting, turning, fading. Blocked by Edwards. What a hit. What a swat. Pajemski with a chance to keep adding on. He kicks it out. Butler wide open in the corner. Missed it again. Butler is not right, man. Misses a wide open 3. That could be his final shot of the season for Golden State. Butler missed a wide open triple. What a block by Anthony Edwards, though. That was incredible. That was crazy. Moody the drive, poked away by DiVincenzo. They're going to get him with a whistle. 1:32 to play, delaying the inevitable. Trying to go back to the conference finals are the the Minnesota Timberwolves. Steph looking on. He knows what's about to happen. Draymond, quiet. He knows what's about to happen. Moody knocks down the first free throw. They know their fate. They know what is at stake. Warriors had a valiant season. They traded for Jimmy Butler. They turned the season around, but ultimately just not enough talent on the team. And more so with Steph Curry getting injured, it derailed the entire series, and they never stood a chance. Pajemski called for a foul. Somehow the Warriors even won the first game with Steph getting injured. And it was the next couple of games where the Timberwolves really were not playing that well. And the Warriors had a chance to steal a game 3, and they collapsed at the end, and they never looked back. Who knows what Steph Curry will look like going forward in the future? 38 years old next year, still playing at a high level, but you never know. You never know, and just a frustrating way to go out if you're the Golden State Warriors. I hate injuries. They continue to happen. The last 3-4 years of the playoffs have been swarmed with injuries. We have a lot of them in these playoffs, and the Warriors are going to ask themselves all off season, what if Steph was healthy? Because they played a really good first round against Houston. But Minnesota looking to get some vengeance now. 3-ball Kuminga, it goes. Can Minnesota beat the winner of OKC and Denver? Maybe. Sure, Minnesota would like a stab at Denver again, but we'll see. Fans are on their feet giving the applause. The Wolves are going to win this series in 5 games. It'll be a 4-1. Gentleman sweep. Randall, Conley, Edwards. Everybody has played well tonight. Edwards goes up and in again. 121 to 108. And Kuminga fouled on the other end. Got to keep him safe. He's just laughing out here. Kuminga's ready to sign a big contract. Maybe. 115 in the chat. Thank you all for being here on the late night with RB. Appreciate you all. It's been a great night, man. You guys have been great. So the Timberwolves are going to be one of 4 remaining. 2 teams in the Final Four that have never won the NBA Finals, the Indiana Pacers and the Minnesota Timberwolves, are the first 2 to punch their ticket. Out of the remaining 4, it'll be Celtics, Knicks, Thunder, and Nuggets. Draymond going to give a nice big hug to Steve Kerr. Draymond knows the sacrifice. He knows the journey. He's going to give a big hug to Steph Curry. Warriors giving their hugs on the sideline. They know their season is about to come to an end. Kuminga misses another free throw. And that is going to be the icing on the cake. Shout out to everybody in here. If you have not yet liked the show, subscribe to the channel. We'll keep on streaming playoff games. We'll be back here tomorrow night as the Thunder take on the Denver Nuggets in Game 6. Looking to close it out in Denver. Edwards a deep three. It's off. Picked up by Golden State. Kuminga going to take an easy one down the lane. Goes right up and in. It's 121 to 110. Jaden McDaniels winding out the clock. Timberwolves have never won an NBA Finals, but they are now going to make their second straight conference finals appearance. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. First time in team history that the Timberwolves have made 2 consecutive Western Conference Finals appearances. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been incredible. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate everybody who has joined this channel throughout this series. I hope you don't, just go, and I hope you do stay for more content. I hope you tap into our Sixers content a little bit and, just become a part of the community, man. And I hope you just stay around for a while and join in on some of the other playoff live streams. But it's been great getting a lot of new people on here. It's been nice streaming these games. I wish Curry never got hurt. Maybe it would have been a better series, but you have to tip your cap to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They had a very up and down season after making a wild trade right before the season. And they battled. They figured things out. They clicked. I still think that they're going to have a tough time winning it all with Rudy Gobert, but they've played really well. And a lot of their role players have stepped up. Edwards has been great. Randall's been fantastic. 13 for 18 in this closeout game. 29, 8, and 5 for Julius. He's been great in this series, so you got to tip your cap. And the Timberwolves are now one of the 4 final teams, man. I mean, they're back. Nobody thought, I'll tell you this, nobody thought that the Timberwolves would be back here at the beginning of the season, right? We all thought they were a journey run last year, and nobody thought that the Pacers would be back in the conference finals. We thought that they were a journey run last year, and here they are. They're the first 2 teams to punch their ticket, so that's why sports are amazing. That's why sports are great. And now we'll see what happens in the other series, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a great rest of your night. I'm going to get out of here. It's late. I'll catch you all tomorrow night for the people that tap in. Hope you all sleep well. And thanks for being a part of it. Shouts to the members. Shouts to the mods. Busy's been in here all night rocking with us. Don's been in here all night rocking with us. Chris, Richie, Gene, thank you guys for being here. Chris, appreciate y'all, man. Philly Take with RB. 43K and counting, man. Enjoy the rest of your guys' night. Catch y'all tomorrow. Video dropping and a live stream. Good night, everybody. Peace.